Well, continuing coverage here tonight at 6 o'clock. You know, Charlie Becker is really well known all across eastern Iowa. Charlie, of course, the longtime CEO of Camp Courageous down in Jones County in Monticello. Charlie and his son personally delivered literally hundreds of pounds of medicine and supplies to Ukraine over the weekend. How about that? KWWL Dubuque area reporter Max Tedford is live with what Charlie has to say about what must have been an incredible journey for Charlie and his son.
That's right, Ron. When I spoke with Charlie Becker today, he told me that his trip to Ukraine showed him a glimpse of the horror of the conflict, but also the kindness of those living through it.
Warsaw, and then we went down to Krakow, and then we went from there into Lviv.
After a conversation early last week with his son, the two set off for Ukraine. They flew to Warsaw with pounds of medicine and other supplies. When their airline found out their plan, they didn't have to pay for any of the 4 bags full of supplies.
And we went through United, and they just didn't wait. They weighed things, but they just, it was a pass. You know, what are you guys doing? And nobody questioned it.
Once they arrived in Warsaw, they met with Sam Akina from Ann County, Iowa, who has connections with hospitals in Lviv. The group took a train down to Krakow, only a couple hours from the border. After staying the night with a local family, they headed to Ukraine.
Our back way in was just kind of a 2-lane road. Then we met up and we transferred all the food to Igor. He's part of a military group over there that distributes the food to the front lines. And then on into Lviv.
Originally, the group planned to help at local hospitals, but a lockdown in the city over the weekend prevented that. Instead, they dropped off the medical supplies and headed back to Poland. Becker says he felt this kind of action is what Americans can be doing.
Part of our role, and I don't want to glorify it by any means, but I think part of our role was to express to the folks there that Americans in general were behind them and supportive of them.
Now, Becker does not plan to return to the conflict. However, his friend Sam Akina has remained in Poland to maintain the supply line for donations into Ukraine. Live in Dubuque, Max Tedford, News 7, KWWL.
Yeah, Max, hey, thanks for the update. By the way, Charlie Becker's good deeds, of course, go far beyond Ukraine. Camp Courageous is that nonprofit which offers year-round opportunities and care for people with special needs. And Charlie has literally helped thousands over the years. And I remember he is also one of my special Olympic torch heroes for the Olympic Games in Atlanta in 1996.